Ivo Eagle was the stage name of a man who spent most of his life as a travelling performer and photographer. Here at the County Record Office we are lucky enough to care for some of his old photograph albums, which contain many fascinating images of the circus and its performers. Here you can see a photograph of Ivo stilt walking through Kyneton. One of the stories Ivo told was of an unusual way that they would advertise the circus. On arrival at a new town, they would let out a lion to roam the streets. The lion was said to be of a great age, lethargic and toothless. When enough of the local population had witnessed the animal wandering the streets, Ivo would meet it and walk it back to its cage, but not before everyone had been told about the next performance. Ivo retired and lived in a caravan at Lagos near Meriden until he died in 1959. This is not the only time animals were used to promote a circus in Warwickshire. This image shows elephants from Sir Robert Fawcett's circus strolling along the streets of Nuneaton trunk to tail. The use of animals in circuses has declined significantly due to changing attitudes and legislation. It is difficult to imagine that we will ever see lions and elephants wandering the streets of Warwickshire in this way again. There was, however, a time when this would have been a regular sight in Leamington Spa, which had its own troupe of resident elephants. Sir Robert's elephants weren't the only ones to parade the streets of Warwickshire's past. Sam Lockhart was born to a circus family in Leamington in 1850 and went on to become the first elephant trainer in England. His circus stood next to the River Lem on the site of what is currently the Loft Theatre. Sam would bring the elephants down to the river to bathe. What a fabulous sight this must have been! Unfortunately, their trumpeting disturbed worshippers at the nearby church, and so the animal wash was moved further away. Here you can see the plan for this application, which was found in our quarter session records. The walkway down to the river that the elephants used can still be seen today next to the Mill Road footbridge. A plaque marks the location of the elephant wash. Several elephant sculptures can be found around Leamington, perhaps as a link to the elephants who once bathed in the River Lem. If you live in Warwickshire, chances are you will have heard of the mop fairs that take place here every year. But did you know that mop fairs date back over 600 years? Mop fairs originated as hiring fairs during the reign of King Edward III in the 14th century. Workers would attend the fair hoping to obtain new employment. Prospective employers would attend to find suitable workers. Tradespeople would carry with them an item that represented their trade to make it easier for employers to approach them. For example, a shepherd may carry a piece of wool. Some historians believe these symbols were called mops. Others believe a mop would be carried by a household servant or an unskilled worker. When an agreement was reached, employers would give their new employee a small amount of money, which could be spent having fun at the fair. 1 week later, a runaway mop fair would be held, which gave any dissatisfied workers the chance to leave their employer for a new one. Agreements made at the runaway mop lasted for 12 months until the next year's fair, so workers would be hoping they found a good employer the second time round. Gradually, mop fairs stopped being used as hiring fairs and are now organised purely for entertainment purposes. I hope you enjoyed listening to this show and tell. To find out more about local history, please have a look at our community history website, Our Warwickshire. You can also see more tales from our collections on our YouTube channel.